So hello everybody, thank you for tuning in for this video. So I threw my hair up for this video and I decided after watching all of these videos on, back to school makeup or just things related to that, I was looking at all these makeup looks. I'm like, who would actually have time to do like that really colorful eye look or something? I wanted to do my version of an actual like legit realistic back to school makeup look. So I'm just kind of thinking about things like when I'm in a hurry getting ready for school when I was in college, what did I like really want to wear? What was I comfortable wearing? Some people aren't even comfortable doing like a really colorful lower liner color or whatever, or something really sparkly. So I wanted to do something that I don't know if I've ever actually filmed this, like my personal like everyday realistic makeup routine, but I kind of wanted to do that. So I don't want this to be a super long intro, and I do have you pretty zoomed in. I will try to stay as much in frame as I possibly can, but yeah. So I want to do my version of a realistic like school look or back to school look, or just something that's really super simple and easy, not too crazy and out there. So without further ado, let's get started. I already moisturized and prepped my skin with my MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. Use any primer you want. This is just what I've been doing lately. I spray it all over. Now for my foundation, I don't want to do something super full coverage. If that's your thing, go for it, but I wanted to do something just a little bit lighter. So I'm going to actually combine two products. I'm combining my IT Cosmetics CC Cream in Fair and my CoverGirl CC Foundation Tone Rehab Foundation. I think they changed this, so now it's like CoverGirl plus Olay something or other. It looks very similar to this, so I'm mixing the two of these, and these are both in the lightest shade. This is in 105 Ivory, and I've already got that over here on my palette. I was kind of mixing them both. So I'm just going to mix some more of them. Actually, I'm just going to mix the whole thing. Then I'm going to dot it on, and then I think I'm going to try applying this with my fingers. We'll see how that goes. And if it doesn't work, we'll just grab a brush. I'm going to grab my mirror. Whoop, not that side. I'm just going to start roughly patching this on to apply it. These both smell really, really good. Like, the IT Cosmetics has a very strong citrusy scent, but it doesn't bother me. Then the CoverGirl has this like clean laundry refreshing scent. I'm trying to like get more on my palette. But yeah. Alright, I think I'm actually gonna go on with a brush after I put this on my face this much. Let me check in my viewfinder to make sure I'm staying in frame. Alright, so I'm gonna use my e.l.f. brush. This is just their like flat top powder brush. I've been using this lately for my foundation and it works amazingly, so I'm gonna use that to buff it in. Use a sponge or whatever you like. But this is just to kind of evenly distribute the product and get your skin tone really nice and even and bright. And I always take it down the neck. I don't know what it is about this brush, but it blends things in so quickly and flawlessly. And if you see me doing that, I'm just grabbing more product. My forehead always needs a little bit more coverage because it's a little bit darker and has a lot more freckles. Alright. Now these two are very, well at least this one I noticed is very dewy on my skin. So if you have oily skin, I would definitely set this, and I've had normal to oilier skin lately, so I'm definitely going to set it. But first I'm going to just press it in and make sure there's no, streak marks or anything. I'm going to take, whoa! I'm just going to take what's left on this palette and just kind of dab my brush all over so I can blend this down my neck a little more just to make sure we have just a nice even tone. And as you can see, I'm going to just sit a little bit closer. I don't know if you can tell, but you can still see just about all my freckles through this. But what this combination did was just evened out my skin tone. Alright, now we are going to go in with our concealer. I'm just going to give you a few concealer options and I'm going to tell you what I use. My favorite concealer of all time is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. It's got amazing coverage. And other favorite foundations I have is the NYX HD Concealer and the Urban Decay Naked Skin. Now, I always use this for under my eyes because it's the only thing that doesn't crease. So for the rest of my face, I'm going to use my NYX HD Concealer because it's affordable and it has really nice coverage. Alright, so I'm going to put this on my nose, Cupid's bow, chin. This is kind of to give your face a natural highlight. You don't have to do this. Heck, if you wanted to, Like if you don't have time for this and you really do want that, just something quick, just throw on your under eye concealer. Because since I did want this to be a more realistic one, that's what I would probably do if I didn't have time to highlight my face. I apply this with my fingers at first and just kind of pat it on where I'm darkest. And it's funny. Where did it go? People say this Naked Skin has really full coverage under my eyes or under the eyes. For me, it doesn't. I don't know what it is, but this one is much better. All right, now to blend that out, I'm actually going to take my Real Techniques sponge and just blend that. Now, half time when I'm in a hurry, I just use this same brush thing, go over it, but either one is fine. Now, I'm just going to dab around my nose to make sure I don't have any cakiness or anything around there. Because that's where my foundations and concealers tend to just not sit well. Then I'm just going to I'm going to press it in firmly but gently just to make sure that it's blended. And then I have as little creasing as possible. Now, so as far as setting the face goes, I have two options that I like to talk about. Let me grab my first one. I have two favorite setting powders. MAC Studio Fix is one of my favorite. But if you're wanting a really affordable option, the Rimmel Stay Matte is fantastic. They both work great. And today, this one is translucent, and the MAC Studio Fix does have some coverage. So, what I usually do is I just usually go in with this. But then, if I need something even drier, I use this. So I'm first just going to set my whole face using an e.l.f. Kabuki brush and my MAC Studio Fix powder. And I'm just going to very gently, honestly going to roll and blot this on my forehead. And notice how it doesn't completely take away the radiance, it just kind of sets it a little bit. Now I will say, if you're in a hurry, this will take you like 5 minutes. I just talk too much, so don't worry, this look will not take you 20 minutes in the morning to accomplish. In fact, the longest part of it is probably just applying your powder evenly. I'm going to take it down my chin and my neck. That should be the last place I have to do it. Alright, now to set my under eyes, I am going to go in with my Rimmel Stay Matte, just because I'm a paranoid weirdo. Alright, I'm going to grab my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush. Use whatever brush you want. I'm just going to get some all over it, tap off the excess, and then apply that. Now, I did put concealer and powder on my eyelid. That way I don't have to use an eye primer if you do not have time or do not have one. As long as you have some sort of base on there and you set it with powder, you should be okay. Alright, now, if you have really awesome eyebrows and you just need a little bit of filling in, e.l.f. Brow Kit is fantastic. It has a wax and a powder. It's great. But my favorite as of lately, ColourPop Brow Pencil. It's got a spoolie and a really creamy pencil that I like to use in taupe. I'm just going to use this to show you how I fill in my brows. And I've never made a video on this. I'm just going to quickly comb through those. Alright, now, sometimes I just use this, but if you wanted something that's a little bit different, it's even faster, the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper. This can set and gives your brows a tint. I'm just going to top it off. You could literally just use this. Like when I was in a hurry, I just used this. And it gives just enough definition and color. It's kind of all about what you want. Alright. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyes really quickly. And for this, I'm literally going to use one shadow. It's the NYX Nude Shadow. And this is honestly just like a contouring crease color. I'm going to take my e.l.f. crease brush. Where is it? All right. So I take this NYX Nude Matte Shadow Interest. It's just your nice taupey mid-tone brown color. It's great for defining your crease. And my e.l.f. blending brush looks just like this. And all I do is buff this through my crease. Like, this is literally what I always do if I'm in a hurry and I don't have time to do anything. This is it. Oop, that had some shadow on it. That's okay. Alright, so this brush had a little bit of another shadow, so it's a little bit deeper, but this one's more realistic. It just gives you a really nice defined kind of crease. So it would not like that dark in real life. I apologize for that, but anyways, moving on. And in fact, if you do that, what I would do is I'm going to take my Lorac Pro palette and just use the cream and white shades to kind of blend that out and soften it a bit. There we go. Makes it just a little bit more wearable. There we go. Alright, now I completely skip liner for this next step. I'm just going to go in with my Revlon Lash Curler. Then for mascara, I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. I'm going to apply this to top and bottom. Alright, now we're going to finish the face. I'm going to take my Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. This is a matte bronzer. And my e.l.f. complexion brush. And I'm going to just apply this like so. You need the tiniest bit of this stuff. It's insane. I'm going to apply just a little bit down my neck. Now, for blush, I'm going to use one of the most subtle blushes ever. That is MAC's Well Dressed. The reason why I'm picking this is because it's just very, very subtle, but you can build it, and this is perfect if you have a fair skin tone. I'm just going to really load up my brush with it and tap it off. Notice how you can barely see that on camera, but it's a really nice, just subtle, everyday blush. I think I'm really going to like this in the winter. Alright, now, for our highlight, if you want highlight, I'm going to go with my Wet n Wild Highlight in Rose Champagne Glow. It's a pinky toned highlight, and I'm just going to use an e.l.f. blush brush. I'm going to apply this to the highest points of my cheekbones. Just for a little bit of a glow, not a lot. Then maybe a little bit to the nose. Alright, now for our lips. We are almost done. I'm just going to use like a nudie pink liner. You can use a So Nude Cash Look liner, or this one I just got in my Ipsy. I'm going to go ahead and use this one. I'm just going to line my lips. Alright. Now, to fill these in, I'm going to go in with my Makeup Forever Artist Rouge lipstick in C211. It's a little bit of a deeper shade, but it's really pretty for fall. Now, if you wanted something even more everyday wearable shades are MAC's Brave, Elf's Wink Pink, and Elf's Rich Raspberry. These are all, if this is a little too deep for you and too dramatic, these are great shades as well. They're just a little more muted down. Okay. So that is literally it for this makeup look. Super easy. This is my version of a more realistic back to school makeup look. It's not too dramatic or too colorful. You basically have all your bases hit. You've defined your eye, except, excuse my eye whoopsie. Look, that's what that color looks like. So it would not be nearly as deep as this, but if you like that, go for it. But yeah, this is a completed look. If you wanted to set your face, you can use the makeup setting spray. But I personally like this. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a huge thumbs up. And thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.